Afternoon, y'all. First time actually getting out here trying to catch some walleye or some bass on the river. It's been up and down all year. I hadn't had the days it's been down. I hadn't had time to get out here and do anything. It's around, I'm gonna say 12:30 right now in the middle of the day. About 94 degrees, so it's pretty hot. But I'm gonna target. You see it. Current with some logs. Just like last year. I'm gonna do a little targeting. I see a little thing right here in front of me. I don't know if y'all can see that. Some little limbs sticking up right there. You see that little tailwater? I'm gonna stay back off that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kill it. Anyway, maybe they'll bite. If not, hey, it beats sitting at the house or just not doing anything at all. So y'all stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I need to figure out a way to just completely do away with the camera on this GoPro. Let's put the hook on something I think is just a big old catfish. I was hoping it's a walleye, but it looked more like a catfish the way it was shaped. I got him to about, I don't know, about 2 foot from the top of the water, and I was trying to mess with this dang camera. Because I knew as soon as I hit it, I heard that beep again. I hit it again, I knew it was just taking pictures. But he was right there. That little knob sticking up. I flipped in there and he took it instantly. I mean, I'm throwing a smoke red tube, and I've caught more fish on this bait than any other bait I've ever thrown in this river. I'm using a jig head made by Mr. Alvin Starkey. This is a man from our town up there. Great guy. Made me a bunch of these jig heads and give them to me. I just got to catch him some walleye and give him some walleye. So y'all stay tuned. Maybe we can make that happen. Get him on that log. Well, he got off trying to get over that log. Little bass. I'm gonna leave this camera on for a little bit. It may get hot and turn off on me. It is scorching out here. But that's 2 fish that I've lost because I was trying to turn this camera on. I've got plenty of battery. I need to come up with something to put on my console. Just put me a camera back there, and maybe I like a little, some kind of little umbrella or something to keep it. I know they're in here. Some fish are in here. Perfect current. A lot of limbs, logs. Man. But if you do catch one here, it'll be fun to get him out. Like that one, that little bass. Trying to get him over that log right there, but I'm not scared to try. That old current. That's what I need. Get back here and let this log hold me. I could put my anchor in. I don't have spot lock. I'm trying to save up to get one of them. That'd be ideal right here on this current. Fish in there. Can't believe that. Normally I don't like getting on top of these logs this close, but for what I'm doing, I have to. Usually I like staying back and throwing, but I'm trying to pick this thing apart. Kind of like if it was bass fishing. Well, I'm bass fishing, walleye fishing, I'm fishing. If it wants to bite, I'll catch it. But it does have to participate today if it wants to make TV. That does make me mad about that first one. That's a good fish, whatever it was. It may have been a big old walleye. It's fat though. It may have been a big old walleye. I really couldn't tell the color. I mean, we'll fish all that shade area. Circle in, flip behind that big old log. Out here on the Ouachita River. Well, I know there's no walleye in here. Way too many brim right in here. They was just, there was a whole family of them right there, wearing out that tube. So that tells me one thing, there's no walleye in there. Finally landed something. Now, I finally just threw that old spinner bait. Man, I fished a pretty good little stretch of river right there. Should have caught more than that, but sure didn't. I fished probably a couple 100 yards worth of river. Good looking structure. You can see all that up through there. I don't know if you can see all them. I mean, great. Some of it's kind of shallow, but great looking structure. And that was the first taker. So finally on the board, we finally put one in the boat. Well, look at here. Well, I said I doubt it, but look at there. Now, that'd be a good little tournament fish. He's not gonna win you no money, but he'll get in the box. I seen him come out from underneath that log right there. Should have had y'all turned on from the dang beginning, I guess. I just didn't realize, I didn't think they'd be over in this calm water, but there's another bite. Like I said, I keep waiting for this camera to kind of shut off. And it is blistering. And I'm used to the heat. I mean, I've laid brick and block my whole life. I've had a lawn service for 15 years on top of teaching at the prison. I rode a horse at the prison for 4 years, just out there in the I mean, I can take the heat, but it is hot today. There's no wind. I'd really like to throw that crankbait. I don't really have much luck on a crankbait without any wind. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, it must just be hard fishing today, because I've always caught a fish off this log right here. Just, I don't care if it's a little bass or a walleye or a drum. I've caught a bunch of drum right here, and I can't even get a bite right here. Boy, this is sad. I mean, I've worked that whole log down through there. Get over that log. Not where I want. Right there at the end of work. I mean, not one bite. So let me show you what I do. I know my camera's starting to get hot. So Let me show you what I do. Cool your camera off in the summertime. It's not hard. Like I said, make sure I don't have anything in my pockets. Listen, if you're hot, so is your camera. So, we got a little wind coming up. But this is what I want to do real quick. That's what I want to do. Time to cool it off. All right. A lot better, isn't it? There we go. 2020 South Fork. That's what that is, folks. You can see I've got it set up for catfishing, crappie fish out of it, bass fish, walleye fish, whatever. I bought my boat to use. You see all these guys up and down this river out here, most of them they just run up and down. Hey, I'm fine with that. That's what they bought their boat to do. I bought mine to put to work, and I'm gonna make it work. So that's the outside tour of my boat in the water. I'm gonna change colors here. I think I'm gonna put that sucker on. Kind of torn between it. What is that? And there is old hot stuff. Remember, I lost hot stuff on that one. I went and bought another one. But I'm thinking that water's a little more murky, so I'm gonna put this one right here on. I think that's gonna do better. Let's try it anyway. I did realize I had my box like this under my deck, so when my boat sunk, everything that floated out of my boat, including that box of top water lures, so I lost a whole box of top water baits, which stinks, but that's just part of it. And another thing I lost, the other night we went fishing, me and my son and his buddy, we went fishing, we got to looking around. I didn't have no pliers. Somehow them pliers, I don't know where they went, but they're not in this boat. I do know that. Man, this used to be a good walleye hole years ago. Now it don't even look like there's not much current over here. That current was always right here on this bank. Now it's like a dead pocket. You'd think there'd be a pretty good little bass in here though. Probably some cat. Oh, look at there. Look at all these buffalo right here. Look at all these buffalo. Y'all see them right here in the water? Man, that's a bunch of buffalo in here. I've caught a bunch of buffalo on tubes. I'm not out here trying to catch buffalo, but there's a bunch of them in here right now, all congregated up. Oh my goodness, look at them over there. Look at them big buffalo. I don't know if y'all can see that. My goodness. There's one sitting right there. That big one right there. They're just up in here. I don't know why they're in here like that. Kind of strange. I've never seen them congregate like this and that big of a school. Look at that big one right there coming straight to us right there. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's about 4 foot long. He's huge. That one right there, he's about 4 foot long too. Wow. Look at there, y'all. Finally. Man. That's my first one of the year. That's what's sad. First one of the year. Easy. There you go. There we go. Now he's good eating size. Man, he's got a good little small fillet. If you want like just a good po' boy, if you just want a couple good little fillets, make some tacos out of him, whatever, that's great eating size. I really like him a little bit longer, but man, he may be a little dink, but man, that is good eating right there. Well, I just had a little smallmouth right here. He wasn't very big, but I couldn't get my slack. Man, he was running right straight to the boat. Couldn't get my slack. Reeled up. I was wanting to try to turn my camera on. It just didn't work out. Been getting a little bite out there, and I knew it wasn't a brim. I figured it might be a small walleye. It was pecking, and then it finally grabbed it. Yeah, it's probably about a 10-inch smallmouth. Oh yeah, well, drag was super loose. What in the world is going on here? I knew it felt weird when I set the hook. I just had a little walleye, but like the one I caught. Follow the lure all the way to the boat. I thought I seen one earlier, but that right there, he come all the way here to the boat and just sit there. And I was trying to dangle it in front of him, and he just wasn't having no part of it. He liked it enough to follow it. Just so I don't know. Of course, you're not gonna catch him with that thing right there in the way. So there's walleye here. They're just small. Man, he's out here in some shallow stuff too. There's a little bit of current, but I mean, it's shallow. It ain't maybe 3 foot deep right out there. But that water being kind of murky. Oh, there, boy, he hit. He sure did. He hit. I probably need to throw a crankbait out there. I wish I could get them into a little feeding frenzy. Maybe we will. I'll work at it. Look at that walleye, people. Oh, he just broke my dang. Good Lord. That was a stud. That was a stud. I mean, I seen him come up and hit it, and I set the hook in him with a crankbait. Oh, there's my crankbait. He let it go. Look at there. Good. And golly, that's a 10. He's a 10 easy. He may have been pushing 12. He was huge. He was huge. I need to get there before anything else gets my dang crankbait though. I think I'm not gonna lie about this. I'm gonna look at that. I just seen my line. It was kind of curled up. I hope that knot didn't. Oh, my knot come untied. Look at that. That is my fault right there. And y'all just watch me tie that on. Alright, well, I'm gonna tie it back on a little bit better. There's another walleye. Another good little eater. Put him in here with this other one. Finally just went back to that crankbait again. That's what he wanted. Now I wish that big one would come back and try to play, but I doubt we'll see him again. Or her. Here's a her. Alright. Maybe I can get us another one. I released them. Took a little picture of my camera. They wouldn't stay still, flopping around, but I released them 2 little walleye. That's just not enough for me to go home and clean. Yeah, let's get out here. It's hot. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. It's been hot all day, but that's what I like to do. I like to come out here and fish. So till next time, thanks for watching.